Hey besties, quick check-in. This is almost finished. I've actually been able to focus enough to get about 4 more inches done, the length of it. So it's almost finished. And the other thing I wanted to tell you, I'm waiting on a package or two to get here of D&D related stuff that I'm going to show you when I get it. And it's things that they're mostly sized A5 so they can work with my little binder that I've got. That's my new character. And I can use them, some of it is a DM's planner sheets, and some of it is character planner sheets, which will give future characters and campaigns a more professional look. And I've got allergies acting up, which is causing my voice to be squeaky and sounding even older than I am. I really hate the fact that lately my voice sounds like that of a 95-year-old woman and not me. The voice I remember, the voice that sounds like me, is actually the same voice I had up until just before I went into chemotherapy, which was the same voice I had had from my early 20s until I turned 70. You can have this. So it's just, getting old, but I don't sound like me, and I don't like it. Anyway, it's August, and that means really hot temperatures. So I get everything done early in the morning that has to be done outside. And the rest of the day, I'm staying inside, either under a fan or air conditioner. One of our air conditioners went out, and we didn't have enough in the budget to afford a new air conditioner. So I got a window fan for the bedroom. And in the front room, I've got a air conditioner that is working. So, yeah. Something that I've got it as a wallpaper on my phone now, and I had to switch phone carriers recently. I did it so that I could get a cheaper phone bill. But once I got my phone set up for that, I got new. Then I had to get I'm using a different phone. So I had to put new wallpapers up. The wallpaper I've got on my phone right now is something that I think a lot about. It says, mouths can lie, but eyes cannot. People forget, but karma does not. People can forgive, and eventually they can forget. But karma, consequences, does not. There's always consequences for what we do and say. And a lot of people forget that. Some people think that consequences don't apply to them because they think they're better than everyone else, or because they're rich, consequences don't apply. They can always buy off the judges and the police and whoever else gets in their way. And they think that that means that they'll never have to suffer the consequences of their actions. But that is not the way the universe works. Eventually, karma catches up with everybody. And to the degree that we have been mean or hateful or in any other way harmful to other people or to the environment, to the animals on this planet, to whatever degree that is, the same degree or worse will come back and thump you on the head and bite you in the ass. And so, and I've known this all of my life because I've been the black sheep and the scapegoat of my family. And I ended up taking on the burden of everybody's karma in my family. And when I did something that was bad, I got beat within an inch of my life. It didn't have to be anything really horrible. It could have just been I didn't do something fast enough that Mama or Daddy had asked me. Now, both of my parents were narcissists, and they were abusive, and they also had other mental health issues. It doesn't excuse them. It does explain them in my mind and in my heart. So I didn't stop loving them, and I didn't stop respecting them as my parents. But eventually I had to separate myself from the toxicity of my relationship to them and pretty much cut myself out of their life. After Mama died, I had to do that with one of my brothers, who, like my father, is a narcissist. In fact, Daddy made him into a carbon copy of himself. And he took it and went further with it. So after Mama died, because Daddy had died about 10 years ago, Mama died a couple of years ago. But when she died, he was the executor of the estate. So I had to deal with him for a little while. And then after the estate was settled, I said, that's it. My peace and my sanity is more important than keeping the lines of communication open between us. And knowing that he didn't want anything to do with me just made it easy. Cut him out of my life. I love him. I wish only the best for him and his wife and son. I have no ill will towards them. I just need to take care of me. I suppose y'all know about all the wildfires out west, that because of global warming and environmental changes that have happened, is a year-round battle along the west coast. They had to evacuate Spokane, Washington, because of the wildfires that were just outside of the city. The air quality west of the Rockies and Grand Canyon is horrible. And east of the Rockies, it's not reaching the ground as much as it is there, but there's still kind of a smoky-ish smell, and uh, it is affecting people who have asthma or other respiratory ailments, even east of the Rockies. So I don't know if my allergies acting up is in any way related to all of that or not. It is wildfire season. We have entered the drought season, and August is a time of year when in Oklahoma we have a lot of wildfires. So it's something I'm watching out for. We also had um, a big solar storm hit this week, and because of that, there were a lot of earthquakes and volcanic activity, more so than usual. And we have a bunch of storms that we're dealing with on the eastern seaboard and the Gulf of Mexico that are, over the next few days, going to affect the weather here in Oklahoma, possibly. If they cool it down a little bit, that's fine. I'm not even worried about whether we get rain or not. I'd just like to see it cool down. We've had 100-degree weather and above for several days now, which is normal for this time of year. But anyway, I'm looking forward to all my D&D related stuff getting here so I can show you. Some of it is really interesting to me. And eventually, um, I'm going to try to get some miniatures and for us to be doing um, old school battle gaming with our characters, because we generally do theater over mind, and don't have miniatures to work with right now. But I'm going to be getting some miniatures. Anyway, I hope you guys are having a very good week, and you're staying safe, you're staying cool, and if you're where the fires are, please stay safe. And if they call an evacuation, get out. Don't hang around, because your life is more important than possessions or buildings. Love y'all. Take care of yourselves.